Hi, everybody. Thank you for coming. My name is Willie Payne. I'm the CTO of Playgrounds. This is Tyler Bisson, the COO of Playgrounds. We are bringing play and narrative to live music and art. So I'm a PhD student studying music technology at NYU, and I work in this amazing lab called the Music Experience Design Lab, or MusEd Lab, which builds technologies to engage kids in music. And about 3 years ago, this lab was approached by the New York Philharmonic to develop a series of interactive applications around the Young People's Concert Series. And the New York Phil raised over $100,000 to support this project. We built the apps. They were very successful. Thousands of kids used them. And since that point, we've been approached by numerous arts and cultural institutions to do the same, including museums and orchestras and other arts nonprofits. We worked with PBS on the Soundbreaking series. We worked with the Thelonious Monk Institute on math, science, music. We worked with the Detroit Symphony Orchestra on a similar project. And we've got a couple other things in process. And we get calls on like a weekly basis to do more of these projects. And our academic lab really can't keep up. And it's no mystery why all of these places are contacting us. Arts and cultural institutions, especially orchestras, which are our early evangelists, are facing numerous problems. Their audiences are getting older, their audiences are declining, and subscription ticket packages, the main ways that they used to make most of their revenue, are now no longer the primary source of income. And so we got to thinking, rather than just building these one-off projects for people that contact us, what happens if we use our unique skills as educators and technologists to go at the underlying problems that are facing all of these institutions? And so that formed the idea of Playgrounds, a new scalable company that is going to go after these broader challenges. And so Playgrounds is a platform that allows arts and cultural institutions to grow dwindling audiences by directly reaching young people and their families. And as they play, young people become expert fans and are given opportunities to bond with their family at concerts, performances, and other cultural events. So, throughout the course of the Combine, we spoke to over 100 stakeholders in young people's education. This included mostly heads of education and technology and marketing at arts and cultural institutions, but we spoke with a wide array of people to gain a better understanding of the space. And after speaking with all of these people, we began to understand these two sets of needs. Families and parents have these needs to have real-world bonding experiences with their children, to culture and educate their children, and to entertain their children with appropriate content. And on the other side, as we discussed, arts and cultural institutions are looking to increase their revenue and attendance, develop younger audiences, and fulfill their mission statements of bringing art to their communities and having a positive impact. And so at the intersection of these needs is the opportunity for us, for Playgrounds, to make a difference, to facilitate real bonding experiences, to sell tickets, merchandise, and provide donation opportunities, and to provide free and scalable educational entertainment that reaches a wider user base, much wider than we were previously reaching in our lab setting. So I want to turn to what Playgrounds actually looks like. Playgrounds starts with play and ends at patronage. In step one, when a user or a child logs into our platform, they select a playground from a range of arts and cultural institutions. They might compose with the New York Philharmonic, or dance with New York City Ballet, or improvise with jazz at Lincoln Center. And after they've selected an institution, they select an individual piece of art or music from that institution. And rather than just passively looking at it or listening to it and reading about it, our interactive activities let them step inside and really play with it, explore, remix, or create new works in response. One example of an exploration activity looks something like this, where a child might float over the orchestra and take a guided tour of what each section is doing and learn the story as it's happening. And this has been developed, and we're working on a series of other apps that, if you're interested, you should definitely talk with us after today's events. And the experience doesn't end there. Once the child has finished through a progression, their parents are notified and given opportunities to purchase tickets or merchandise or make a donation to move the experience into the live world. And I'm going to introduce Tyler to talk about our business.
Right. So I'll show you what happens when a parent clicks See the New York Phil. So this is how we intend to monetize our platform. As a child makes progress through our applications, parents and guardians receive notifications of progress and are given discounted ticket or merchandise opportunities, and also opportunities to make donations. We take a percentage of that revenue and hand off most of the revenue to the cultural institution that sponsored the content. In other words, we inspire expert fans, increase revenue for cultural institutions, and receive a percentage of that revenue. So we're starting with what we know, and that's orchestras. So for 65 major orchestras in the United States, there's a $715 million market of earned revenue and individual donations. That's donations from individual patrons rather than corporate entities or foundations. So we are intending to increase that pool. And if we scale well within that vertical, we'd like to take on all nonprofit arts and cultural institutions, helping them increase their ticket sales, merchandise sales, and individual donations. And then beyond that, there is the total market of all live music in the United States, which we'd like to scale into. So our value proposition sets us apart. There is a wide range of screen time options that are in direct competition with what we would be making. But there are applications that are totally uninteractive and totally uneducational, as well as some that are educational and interactive. Compared to other interactive and educational music applications, Playgrounds is set apart because it doesn't end on a screen. It actually ends within the halls of a cultural institution, and the time spent on a screen actually enriches a child's experience once they're there. Our team, you already met Willie Payne. Willie is a CTO, he's a full-stack developer and a very talented composer. Kostiw-Gill is a CEO, as our CEO. He's got deep music industry experience, and he actually has a background in ballet. And I'm Tyler Bisson, I'm the COO. I'm a music technology developer, and I have background making electronic music for commercials and TV. So pressing forward, in the next 3 months, we'd like to acquire grants to continue our customer discovery, as well as travel to San Francisco to attend the Real Startup Accelerator, which is a music technology-specific accelerator. We'd like to continue to test our MVPs with partners. And in the next 6 months, we'd like to rapidly develop our product and legally incorporate. In the next 9 months, we'd like to complete our first iteration of a full-scale product, market and sell that product, as well as begin a seed round. Our immediate ask is to find institutions and partners that would be willing to work with us to help us test our products. So we're looking for institutions who'd be willing to license us content, such as music or visual materials, and are willing to experiment with new payment methods. So before I leave, I just wanted to leave you with a feeling of what our product would actually be for young people or their families, because although we are working with cultural institutions, we know that our product is contingent on whether or not families and young people can actually enjoy it. So the video made. Oh yeah, there. Thank you all for watching. We're Playgrounds.